We've got a special guest here inside Studio J.
Boy.
Ben Affleck joins us. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you very much. I hope it's not too much brown nosing, so I consider this the best sports analysis show of any sport.
Oh, we'll give you 20 minutes to quit talking like that.
Authentic, charming, funny, irreverent.
Charming.
Also manages to be well informed by and large.
Yeah, but you said charming, so let's don't talk about me, Ben. It's about you.
March 6th, put it down on your calendar. That's when
it tastes like cake, Charles.
In theaters, Shaq. The Way Back comes out March 6th. Here's a clip.
Look, we're not going to make it all back in one possession. You got to just keep chipping away and chipping away.
Take it to the rack. That's you. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, son.
All right, up.
D up. Let's go. Get your man.
Get up in their faces. Get in their face.
Bobby, watch this guy. Watch
That's it, Trap. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Time out. Keep pressing, traffic, taking charges. Make our lack of size an advantage. Go. Lock up. Offensive.
Jack, he's 6 inches shorter than you. How does he make that shot?
That's it. Beautiful.
Ben, I watched the movie the other night.
Thank you very much.
This is a,
I know Charles didn't watch it, so I'm not even going to ask.
It's a basketball movie, but it's not a basketball movie. I mean, it centers on this high school team trying to come up from the depths and make their way back, and so does the coach, played by you. And I know you said that the depth of his character was something you could relate to.
For sure.
So get into that.
Yeah, this is a story about, like, it's a sports movie, and it's inspiring, and it's about confronting adversity, which sports is a really good metaphor for, but it's really about real people with real problems, and it's a little bit not unlike, you guys would probably know this reference, Chris Herron's life.
Yeah.
Although my character never made the pros, he was a great high school star, then kind of washed out. And, got into some addiction problems for a number of years. And it's about him struggling with that and struggling with some tragedy in his life. And ultimately, he gets the team that he used to be on that was good is now a disaster. The coach has a heart attack. His wife won't let him coach anymore. And so at the last minute, they come to me just for lack of anybody else. And it's really about what it means to, like, coach young men and about how the coach gets as much from the players as the players do from the coach. And the guys who are in the movie, play the players, are amazing and work really hard. And, you watch those clips and it looks like a real game, and that's a hard thing to fake. You know what I mean? And they did a great job. And ultimately, yes, there's some really sad stuff and there's difficult stuff. There's alcoholism, there's death, there's divorce, there's hardships with these kids' family life. But what's really beautiful and inspiring about the movie to me is that this is the saying, you are not your problems, you are the solution to your problems.
But for a guy like you who loves sports, was it easy working on this movie? Because you're world known for being a sports junkie.
Yeah, it was great. It was fun. And Gavin O'Connor, who's the director, did Miracle and he did Warrior. And so he was obsessed with, like, getting the sports right. You know what I mean? Because there are some movies, like, you look back on, like, Major League, and you're like, Corbin Burnson doesn't look like a pro baseball player. You know what I'm saying? Like, great guy, I'm sure. But, like, just nowadays, it's like it's a little bit of a different thing. We're used to HDTV and your guys' level of analysis, and we're used to knowing what real sports looks like. And that was fun. Luckily, I didn't have to shoot because that would have been a problem. But these guys were really good. And part of their audition was, could they play basketball? Because that had to be real, and I had to make shots. And what was harder than making the shots was, like, making it look real, throwing the ball away, missing the rebound, stuff like that. Right. And they did a great job. And I loved it. I love basketball. I love what this movie suggests about men being vulnerable with each other on a team. Like in that locker room, able to express to each other how they're feeling, what they're scared of, what they want, what they need, and supporting one another. And that's really the heart of the movie.
Usually when people of your caliber come up here, we ask questions, but I don't have any questions. I just want to say...
Last time you kissed me.
Yeah, I know. Last time I
like that.
I just want to say, we know you've been going through a lot. Proud of you. You look very good.
Oh,
you sound good.
Thank you very much.
You always tell me you're from Boston. I don't know why you don't have a Boston accent. That's question.
I had to get rid of my Boston accent. For one thing, thank you very much. I am sober. The character is sober. It's something I've gone through. I'm not particularly ashamed of it. I think it's something, you know, that happens to some people. Chris Herron, for example, does a great job. He talks to the rookie camps, you know, NBA, NFL, talks about like the dangers, the traps that you can fall into. And I think it's important to have that message out there and to also know that you can be okay. Life can get better. Things can get better. But it's a pleasure to be here with you, my friend.
Proud of you, brother.
I'm hoping for that kiss, you know.
Trust me, you're the only one.
Well, I do. I know you. This movie takes place where?
This movie takes place in a place called Torrance in Southern California. Actually, California's got some very strong high school basketball
question.
teams.
Yeah, I live out there now. I live out there. My son actually went to Mater Dei.
Oh, really?
Yep, he graduated from there. But you always have in every movie, even if it's a sports movie, some type of Boston sports reference. It's either a subtle hat, it's a jersey. What is the reference in this movie?
I really had to leave it behind.
You left it all behind in this movie.
I got in such a big
I've never
fight.
seen a movie you're in that doesn't.
I did this movie Gone Girl, and David Fincher is probably the smartest and most interesting director I know. I love the man. But he was like, look, you're trying to hide out, and you're in New York, and you be wearing a Yankees hat. I was like, I'm not doing it. You can't do it. And he's like, what do you mean? What's the big deal? I was like, you don't understand the level of passion around this type of stuff.
Right.
I don't even, you know, so we after like 3 hours of stopping production, I agreed to wear a Mets hat, which was hard enough.
Okay,
But,
Ben, let's cut through the BS. Let's
all right.
get to the real question here. Where's Tom Brady playing next season?
Well, I talked to you about it earlier. You had it wrong. And I was disappointed in you because
I don't think
the inside scoop.
No, I
I
don't think he's going back to New England.
I think you're crazy. What I hope happens is, first of all, the thing that drives me crazy about sports, there's a number of things. One, college athletes should be paid. It's crazy. Why these colleges are getting rich on the back of these kids, the majority of whom are like the characters in this movie who don't end up being you guys. They just end up playing and being good college basketball players, and they deserve to get paid fairly for their work. However, when it's like when the owners want what they want, it's all about loyalty and family, you know. And when a player says, you know, I deserve to be compensated fairly, they're somehow made out to be either greedy or selfish. And I think that's outrageous. Everybody in the world negotiates for the best salary they can get. Tom Brady, in my mind, deserves 10 times what he's been paid. What he's done for the franchise in New England, it's a virtual miracle. I hope they match whatever offer comes to him, and I hope he stays.
Well, let me ask you this is a fair. First of all, I think you're right. This loyalty team goes different direction. But what happens when you're past your prime?
I'll let you know when that day comes.
No. Seriously though, I think I think it's a very fair question. But there's
So that's a subjective thought process. Well,
wait.
People have been talking about Tom Brady falling off a cliff for years, and he just keeps on winning Super Bowls. I want to fall off that cliff where you're still the best player in the whole country. You know what I mean? Yeah, is he a little older? He's 42 years old.
Though?
He's doing
Is he
amazing
productive?
stuff.
Yes, he is productive.
it's subjective.
He has
productive.
It's subjective to him as well.
No, but I'm saying his play.
Like he's playing. He's a
They were Antonio Brown away from the
First
Super
of all,
Bowl for sure.
Listen,
for sure.
I'm not going to let you sit here and talk about Tom Brady.
I think Tom Brady.
I'm telling you that right now.
I think Tom Brady and Tiger Woods, in my personal opinion, are the two greatest jocks who ever lived. That's just my personal opinion.
You don't think Michael Jordan's in that category?
I think Michael Jordan is a step below.
Oh my goodness!
Hold on. Let me explain why.
Chuck.
Let me explain why. Michael Jordan. No, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player.
No, stop it.
No, hold on for a second. This is
Whatever
real.
you're drinking on your birthday.
Shaq, let me say this. Come on, just hear my opinion.
Birthday punch.
No, hold on for a second. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player ever.
No, he's the greatest jock ever, possibly. You said jock.
Okay,
You didn't say, I'm not going to say it to
but I'm saying the distance between Michael, Kobe, LeBron, Kareem is not as great as it between Tiger and Tom Brady, how great they were in their sport. That's all I'm saying.
How do you ought to include LeBron in that conversation?
I did say, yeah, he's in
So
he's
you're
right
saying that the distance that Michael had between his adversaries is not the distance that they
between Tiger and Tom Brady.
But that doesn't make him the greatest. That means that maybe that sport is just not good enough in the other areas.
What do you mean?
That means they don't have enough competition in
This
the
is
other areas.
football.
Maybe they played in a different
Basketball,
era.
as far as I can remember, has 5
Yeah,
guys
but I'm saying
on
though,
each team.
but I'm saying Michael is the greatest basketball player in my
Maybe
opinion.
there should have been better
But
competition
Kareem,
for them.
Wilt, Bill Russell, Kobe, LeBron,
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
There you go.
But I'm saying,
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Magic.
But I'm saying, I'm just saying now. I just said Tom and Tiger to me, just my personal opinion, they're the two greatest jocks who ever lived.
But back to the original question, because we will get a post-it and put it up on the post-it note board over there. Tom Brady.
I would like to believe that.
See,
I'll tell you what. I'll
we
tell you
don't-
the truth.
we don't
I
go for that.
texted him, and I said I got his text after many years of hounding him and embarrassing him. He finally gave it out to me. It's probably his like second or third burner phone text. But whatever. I got the text, and I was like, "What's up, man?" And I was at Matt's house. We were watching the game, and we were like, we were heartbroken. They lost. They had lost to Miami the week before, and we were like, "What's the deal, man? Tell us you're staying. Make us feel good." And I got back this emoji.
Yeah. But you have a chance to go on the record on our wall, which we will review at the end of the year. Tom Brady will or will not be a Patriot.
It's your thing.
What your
It's
gut
not
is telling you.
Inside
Come on, man up.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, there you go.
I'm
Will,
gonna say the community
that will go on
supports
the
him.
wall.
I think the biggest issue, frankly, is Belichick. And that's what people don't talk about. What is Belichick's agenda? What is he looking for? He wields a lot of influence. Kraft loves Brady like a son.
We all love
Would
Tom
never-
Brady.
And Tom Brady's the most well-liked player in professional football, as far as I can tell. Has the respect of his teammates. And he's, I hope he does. If he does leave, I hope he goes to L.A. so I can still come watch him. But
He is the two-time Academy Award winner, Ben Affleck. Thank you so much.
Guys,
Great
so
to see you.
much.
Thanks for being here.
Pleasure.
Back to wrap things up with a special edition of Shaq and the Fool. But first, here's the full trailer for the way back.
Don't kiss him, Ben.
come on.
Don't kiss him, Ben.
Can I get some?